concerning,
concerning, concerning, concerning, concerning.
We need to ask him a few questions concerning a police investigation. Concerning a police investigation. Concerning a police investigation.
This is Phil Bushy with an update concerning the ongoing manhunt in town. Concerning the ongoing manhunt in town. Concerning the ongoing manhunt in town.
Groups listening for concerning chatter. Concerning chatter. Concerning chatter. I think if you took a close look at what we've been doing.
What can we do for you, Sheriff?
I had a look at the coroner's report concerning your uncle.
Got some interesting news this morning concerning you.
Even outlandish ones concerning artisans capable of constructing war machines.
It's a dossier concerning a man named Farouk Hassad.
Yeah? What about him?
He had an interesting proposal for her concerning her daughters.
You are aware of the rumors concerning you and Renly?
I want my fingerprints, dental records, DNA, criminal records, family tree, everything there is in this world concerning Leonard Snart. I want it destroyed.
It seems His Excellency has made him privy to a scurrilous story concerning Lady Mary and the late Mr. Pamuk.
Jail visitation logs are monitored. Certainly those concerning dirty ex-cops.
perfection,
Perfection.
Perfection, perfection,
Perfection.
Mr. Silk Underwear. Mr. Perfection. Mr. Perfection. Mr. Perfection.
It's perfection. It's perfection. It's perfection. We know there's something worth stealing. We
Just wrecked it. You wrecked it! Bad cop, you see what I'm talking about? All I'm asking for is total perfection. Total perfection. Total perfection.
Guy carries this in his pocket. He doesn't drag it behind his car.
It's dark out there, bro. What you want?
Perfection.
We're both professionals. You're just doing your job. You seek justice, and I seek perfection.
Mrs. Rogers.
Aha. All right, Kevin.
Your Mama Rose and Gypsy. Perfection.
Ah, thank you. You are a dear, sweet boy.
Just watch. This time around, I'm gonna be the perfect husband.
I'm not expecting perfection.
Still.
Get out in front of it.
I mean, he carried the plan out to perfection, but I handed him the schema.
You must trust in that, Gabriel.
His plan is perfection. Very own twin, Michael, father's favorite son. There's no favorites among perfection.
Results in a further refinement of their fantasy, a quest for perfection.
Adam Ribs. You know how they are. You know I like to hear them. Perfection. Ready?
Perfection.
Calm.
calm, 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 calm.
Who the fuck are you people? Calm down, calm down, calm down. Katya, you're safe.
Calm down, calm down, calm down.
It took me an hour to calm him down, calm him down, calm him down.
Calm down, Harvard.
Hey, whoa.
Far. Just calm down. We'll talk about this.
Team or no team? You were supposed to have her back. Mike!
Calm down.
Guys, hey, chill.
What did Captain Confidence tell you? Keep me calm.
Build rapport. Extract information.
Fully cooperative. He let us poke around without a warrant.
So he probably hit the body. If he was completely calm, he could be a psychopath.
We can't do anything without King Queen's permission.
Get a line right.
All right, let's all just calm down here.
Nick! Nick, calm down! Nick! We need them!
The man who brought him in, I think it was his nephew. We had to sedate him just to calm him down.
Whose idea was that? His nephew's?
As a matter of...
You
Take a deep breath.
No.
Calm your mind.
No, please. Please.
You know what is best. What is best is you comply.
I don't.
Considerable.
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 I'm a considerable gambler. I'm a considerable gambler. I'm a considerable gambler.
Amber ran off with a considerable sum of money, much of which I have a pretty fair claim to. Considerable sum of money, much of which I have a pretty fair claim to. Considerable sum of money, much of which I have a pretty fair claim to.
As a person who spent a considerable portion of his life incarcerated.
Facial dilapidation, still some larva infestation, considerable trauma from animals. You can see the tears.
Owing to his considerable fortune and my not inconsiderable knowledge, he has now assembled the most important collection of impressions.
If this was arson, and that's a considerable if.
The gauge.
It's conceivable that Zhang could use his considerable influence to single-handedly end China's purchase of the U.S. debt.
No, and neither does Bracken. Though he spent considerable resources trying to recover it, as did I, for over a year with no luck.
He's planning a bioweapon to take you out.
That's a considerable amount of work to go to.
Pardon? I come from considerable wealth. In exchange for a little kindness, I can offer tremendous compensation.
If Mr. Nishimori decides to pull up stakes and move his considerable business ventures elsewhere, do you have any idea what will happen to the local economy?
I came for the photos of the writing on the victim's body. I've been asked to use my considerable skills to mine the words for possible clues.
If you'd care to put your considerable skills to use, there's a place for you among my merry men.
Okay. Well, then there's a considerable amount of paperwork to be gathered in that case.
Staff. Staff.
Staff.
Staff.
Staff.
How many times have I told you not to use my bow staff as a toothpick?
I found your bow staff for you. Bow staff for you. Bow staff for you.
Oh, thank you.
So, that girl that I hooked up with was pretty cool. She works for the company support staff. Dude.
You get it? Reapers eat drowners. I will take Jaha's staff, and beat you to death with it.
John. You know, every member of my staff are lucky to be in this country, so feel free to abuse the shit out of them. Go get the fucking bag!
Oh, and it's one thing to play hide-and-seek with the Mayflower's pathetic staff, but we're sore losers.
I am Dr. Robert Morris, the Chief of Staff here at All Saints.
Half the guys we talked to said they remember seeing a groundskeeper taking cover from the shooter behind a tree. But according to the ground staff, none of them were in the area.
The Lee's entire household staff confirms that the family was at home watching television the night Jane Hertzfeld was killed.
Sounds like your type. And beats the crap out of guys with a bow staff? That still sounds like your type.
What kept you? Was there a mouse blonde that carries that giant staff to beat the sauce out of attackers?
So Henry Chun, manager of the restaurant, kitchen staff showed up for work and found him like this.
Our victim's name is Dr. Christine DuPont. She's the chief neurosurgeon on staff here.
Dr. Whale, please report to the ER. OR staff stand by. OR staff stand by.
Can I ask you about the magic? Like with Bo Peep's staff.
Basket.
Basket. Basket.
Basket.
Basket.
And look at this, something I learned in prison. I taught one of these guys how to shoot a basket. Which one is he?
Past 5 minutes, I've watched you. I've watched you type pages and let them float into the wastebasket.
Never crumple pages. Always let them float gently into the basket.
Yeah. I hide it in a basket in the bathroom.
Okay? I just spritzed some of this stuff that Kay sent over in the gift basket. Gift basket.
Okay, powerhouse. Grab the basket.
I've brought you a present. Mr. Mason's made you a basket full of things. Rolls and cheese and ham, and jams and pickles.
Scarf and cane go in the basket?
What?
Scarf and cane go in the basket.
Send the Stokes basket down the tunnel.
Stokes basket.
You guys okay?
Yeah.
Drop the basket. Drop the basket. Drop the basket.
Use of your time?
If I can get him to turn his people.
It's a lot of eggs to put in one basket.
We only have one basket.
Anyone.
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 And claim he saw this stabbing.
Right, because he was caught lying by the lie detector.
Carob chips? Anyone? Anyone? Anyone?
So are you dating anyone? So are you dating anyone? So are you dating anyone?
Off and on.
Echo 1. That's us. You the guy? Not me. I guess we all got the invite.
Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else waiting for the punchline?
And you know what? Don't worry. They seem fine.
Really?
Yeah, you and I were catatonic when Mom and Dad split. So you're not telling anyone?
About the separation?
That was thrown down that I did it.
Well, actually, Mr. Dolan, the police have an eyewitness who saw you struggle with the clerk and shoot him.
That's not true. I don't.
Okay, listen, don't say a word to anyone, okay?
Hi, Mom. Hi. I'm looking for you everywhere.
Mom.
Everybody's in there. What are you doing in here?
We don't know anyone.
Of course you don't. That's why I have to introduce you.
This is that personal to you, is it?
Sound like anyone you know?
Maybe a little bit, but I promise I will mope it up once you guys get back to the office. Hey, is there anyone out there?
And no biting.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I'm not gonna bite anyone.
Thank you, Zoya.
She said, don't tell anyone I'm out.
So you called us right away.
Isn't it enough? I'm raising her child.
And Nancy.
Scan.
Scan. Scan. Skin.
Scan.
3 doctors, a bunch of BS scans, and a social worker, all for a sprained wrist. What a scam.
Liability.
You mentioned testing. How many CT scans did you run on Marjorie?
Excuse me, Your Honor. I'm fine with it.
Scan. Yeah, do the scan.
Painting is stolen, but is real.
We'll see. Needs density scan.
What is density scan?
Okay.
I don't know.
But you said that the PET scan was encouraging.
Well, the PET scan is encouraging, but we don't know how long it'll stay that way.
And barcoding. When we take 20 pills out of stock, we scan the prescription bottle to log the pills, then scan the stock bottle.
I've read your books. Well, if I'm really honest, I've had some of my overeducated young persons scan them and give me the headlines.
Today. You scan the price and hit return, tax, total. Got it? Yeah, no, I can scan shit.
It's over. And it's obvious to any doctor who looked at this scan, even a shrink.
The VQ scan last night showed a pulmonary aneurysm. Explains the coughing blood.
Pituitary damage wouldn't be visible on a CT scan.
Okay, so after a quick scan of his Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, and Instagram, here is what I know.
We're right. The Kinseys must have contacted Gloria Copeland. She's begun shredding the documents. I'm getting the scans now.
Propel.
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 Propel. Propel.
This is what would happen if we use the thrusters that keep the Ark in orbit to propel us into the atmosphere instead.
There is something in play. It propels us like all of this.
Okay, I was putting the final touches on a case that's about to propel me into FBI legendary status.
Extraordinary men propel society forward. It is our duty to break the law.
7th rib.
A result of blowback.
The bullet struck a hard surface upon exit, causing the particulates to propel backward.
That's correct.
I told you it was gonna overheat. I said you better coast down the hill.
How am I supposed to propel down the fucking highway in neutral?
Oil is the main source of energy for our civilization. This energy propels us beyond all limits.
Upset.
Upset.
Upset. Upset. Upset.
Why are you so upset? So upset? So upset?
Why did you have to say something to Oliver about the job?
You were supposed to talk.
I know you're upset. I know you're upset. I know you're upset. You shouldn't make a decision like this right now. Give it some time.
Did you have anything to do with that?
Yes, I killed him.
Oh, God.
You're upset? You're upset? You're upset?
I'm upset you just said you killed Louis Prothero. I want to go home.
You upset?
I don't like it here.
How upset were you when you woke up in the ER? You were still alive and a failure.
Didn't find out? You could have at least told me, so I wouldn't have coached him on how to prove his worthiness to you.
I know you're upset with me because I didn't choose to date your best friend.
Sorry if I upset you.
Can I be frank? Dr. Sicker, what are you doing here?
Mr. Young, I didn't want to upset you by telling you over the phone.
What is it?
Zach is missing from Silvercrest.
The last thing I want to do is upset you.
Well, then you should consider this visit doubly disappointing.
The others are getting upset. They want to know what's going on inside the tent.
It'll be a nice distraction for Kev. He's driving me crazy.
He's still upset?
It's not like Ethel was our real kid. She was our job.
I didn't come inside. Liv didn't want me inside because, you know, didn't want to upset you.
Why would I be upset? She hopped the bus before I could catch her.
She's upset. She'll just go home.
Wonder why.
What, me yelling at her? You think that's the most traumatic thing that's happened to her in the last 18 hours?
Crew.
Crew. Crew. Crew. Crew.
That's different. He runs a crew. Preys on local shop owners and...
Was this it? That's all we found. The rest must be with the woman that ran the crew. I don't think so, man.
Melinda and I worked together out in Portland 20 years back. Always had a good crew.
We have to send a message. I take out a mark and Dante set it up with his crew.
I can find it. Yeah, look, Alphonse's there with Long Gordon. I'm gonna call the rest of the crew and get them down there, right?
And what about others? Cleaning crew, volunteers, garbage man?
Miss Norris, when you worked on this film, were there rules for the crew as to how to handle potential jumpers?
He solves import and export problems for the Medicis. It's his business to know every boat that comes in and out of Pisa. He could find you a ship and a crew.
Welcome, Sky Crew.
Join us.
Why are you here, Indra?
Because you are also tree crew.
And how could Bobby's crew know? How did anyone know where you would be?
All right, then. We got a crew. We'll hit the place tomorrow. Standard smash and grab. You know the drill.
Biography.
Biography. Biography. Biography. Biography.
Distinctly American relationship between biography, and history, theory, and method, and...
How do you know so much about this stuff?
Biography.
Thank you for the Sarah Palin biography.
And you've had dealings with Mr. Gross's company?
Yes. We admire you greatly, Mr. Gross. I have read your biography 3 times.
Mr. Gardner asked his witness many biographical details. I'm just filling out the biography.
She's blonde. She's got a cheese store. You hide them in a Sammy Davis Jr. biography. Who's gonna look there?
The man has spent his entire adult life writing a biography of Robert Moses.
In operations at Credit Vassois, one of the largest private banking firms in Switzerland.
Tell me something I can't read in his corporate biography.
Look, Barry.
There's a reason that my biography describes me as arrogant, prickly, brusque.
Well, most sons don't have the advantage of reading the unauthorized biography. Or all this.
Lest.
Lest. Lest.
Lest.
Lest.
I call it the wall of fallen douches. Lest we forget, lest we forget, lest we forget how douchey those upstairs guys.
All right, let's give this another go, shall we?
Get it together, all right? Lest you forget, lest you forget, lest you forget. We need this.
Lest you forget, lest you forget, lest you forget. She said my bloody name.
I will not do it, lest I cease to honor mine own truth.
Give. Share. Lose. Lest we die unbloomed.
Sir, for the last 3 years, you have managed to seize much of my inheritance.
Hold your tongue, Edward, lest you make a claim you cannot retract.
Now go, lest the prying eyes of Florence see us together and quit.
Now, we're interested in why Da Vinci required the Jew's body, and lest you be tempted to feign further ignorance.
Listen, man, I'm glad you're heading into this thing full throttle, but lest we forget, that guy shot his own man in the neck for fun.
You decided you had to eliminate Haley, lest she grow so ill that someone tipped the truth.
I never assumed we were universally loved.
But you would prefer I ignore Coventry's ineptitude, lest more crude drawings appear.
Builders, tears for whores, lest they forget.
Technology.
Technology. Technology. Technology.
Technology.
Give me the technology. 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 I'll make it happen.
No one's saying it's going to be easy, but mark my words. The green energy revolution is going to dwarf the technology revolution. The technology revolution. The technology revolution.
Our technology, our technology, our technology, they will wipe you out.
Probably. But the joke's on them. The technology I've invented can't be understood by the average mind.
This baby is pretty sweet. It's got all the latest Albanian technology. Check it out.
As if we fight together. To beat them, we'll need our technology and your knowledge of this world.
Well, it is a bit of an antique, but
I got more technology in my pocket.
And the whole system is run on 1960s technology.
Unidac is a small research and development technology company that specializes in seismic infringement. He's using cellular technology to detonate his bombs.
We just need to find it first. Where is the most cutting-edge technology housed in Sterling City?
How's that work? It's a technology we don't understand.
But you guys moved it, didn't you?
Oh, I only wish we had the VOMS technology a couple years ago.
Overall.
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 Overall. Overall.
Of action, and the story moved along at a brisk pace. It was overall, what's the word I'm looking for? Stupid? So stupid.
So each plant would yield less, but because I'm packing so many into such a small space, the overall harvest goes way up.
Can I get another refill?
Yes. Can I get an explanation of why you're wearing overalls when there are no goats around? Oh, wait! Now he's drumming. Overalls, free coffee refills and drumming.
This is why I never wear overalls, because you two would be.
Overall.
Disgusted?
That pure natural skin. Hands up for number 2 overall. And Montreal grabs him.
I mean, the last guy I had sex with was you, and this is like a quantum leap size-wise, so I think it might end up being the same tightness overall, you know?
Came from Seattle to San Diego, working together now. They're not competing anymore, they're consolidated. Only we lack is a little overall leadership.
Really, it was just shuffling paper. Mr. Lee was the partner supervising the case overall.
That Mr. Sweeney killed his wife.
It's not about whether he killed his wife. It's whether the overall portrayal of Mr. Sweeney is accurate.
Details. What did it look like?
The overall gestalt of the thing was, it's like a hockey puck or a jelly donut.
First time he was naked. The second time he brought a transvestite prostitute to dinner. Overall, it could have been worse.
One time, I was talking to a guy at a bar, and when we got home, George slapped me. What do you say to that?
I say, given your overall demeanor and your freewheeling use of epithets, I'm willing to bet that he was provoked.
So, unless you want to cut 16% or $1,764 from somewhere in the flooring budget, we've got to find another 4% from the overall.
No, as long as they're pretty, it's fine.
Eliminate.
Eliminate. Eliminate. Eliminate.
Eliminate.
That hitless final solution to eliminate the Polish Jews, to eliminate the Polish Jews, to eliminate the Polish Jews was...
We've already dispatched a team to eliminate the buyers, to eliminate the buyers, to eliminate the buyers.
I orchestrated the matter to eliminate the death warrant Roz placed on my head.
And how long will it take my body to eliminate the rest of it?
Work. Shouldn't we first eliminate the more profane causes?
Eliminate both brothers at once, and we cripple their line.
I think we may be able to eliminate that threat for them once and for all.
He's looking to eliminate him.
Seems like someone's helping to eliminate Pierce's competition. Pierce is the one to beat.
Wait to get the Bible to protect you to eliminate the threat.
Really? There's a camera here, Castle. I saw the look on your face.
You didn't eliminate the target.
That's not a target. That's my best friend.
Well, we have to eliminate the virus.
How? There's only one. Now, one of the ciphers that eliminates repeat letters is called Polybius Square. I think that's what the PS stands for.
Polybius Square.
Fragile.
Fragile. Fragile. Fragile.
Fragile.
I'm sorry. I forgot you're in a very fragile state.
Maybe you'd like to step outside and see how fragile I am. See how fragile I am. See how fragile I am.
Taylor woman in the waiting room. She was very attractive. And a wounded bird. Fragile, fragile, fragile.
Maybe you'd also see how fragile each and every life is.
Men are afraid to dance. The male ego is too fragile.
I'm not afraid. I'm a man.
Yeah, I wouldn't push too hard if I were you. No, she's too fragile.
Began over a girl, Mitzi Sunhu. Name means fragile flower. She was engaged to a Choi and then fell for a Sunhu.
Every generation requires a reminder that our safety is fragile.
Overruled in the ops room. She's feeling understandably fragile.
We must have a care for feminine sensibilities. They are finer and more fragile than our own.
The worst war in all history is over. Now is the time to win this fragile peace.
Accurate.
Accurate.
Accurate. Accurate.
Accurate.
Were nothing to worry about. They weren't a problem. So I just thought I was being accurate.
Experiment was conducted at your farm?
It was.
In your barn?
Yes.
And this experiment led to your conclusion that the police investigation was accurate.
That's correct.
No. What Foster said is accurate.
Why did we subpoena this again?
Don't worry about it.
Was this an accurate depiction of the events, Officer Sutton?
Yes, it is.
As you can see, Your Honor, they're highly prejudicial.
And highly accurate. Overruled.
Spend like $85,000 on IT when I could just do it in a few hours.
Humble much?
To be accurate, that was me making fun of the law firm, not me, you know.
I don't know.
But there have been civilian deaths. Not intentional civilian deaths, accidental.
Yes, our drones are accurate, but we can't control everything that happens on the ground in Afghanistan.
In fact...
Hotel financier, the one you slept with while we were married.
Eli.
What? I'm being just as accurate as the press will be.
You know, this is getting messy. Maybe I should just back off.
No, Stacy, give us a minute.
Sure. Got about 18 feet-ish. His information was accurate.
Friday's the enemy, right?
Maybe I should just make everything up. Probably be as accurate as what you're giving me.
What is it you want to hear?
To compare this to your life.
I get it, Maz. I'm a pawn. Your analogy lacks creative thinking.
You're upset because it's accurate.
It's an electrical wiring map, Saeed. I'm not sure it's as accurate as you think.
Luggage.
Luggage. Luggage. Luggage.
Luggage.
My wife, I don't notice them stealing all the luggage. The luggage. The luggage.
Oh, shake that! Sorry, sir.
You've got any room, my boots, to face my luggage? To face my luggage? To face my luggage?
Terrible luggage. Terrible luggage. Terrible luggage.
Hey, I'm gonna grab your luggage, okay?
Better not bitch up, man. You wind up someone's luggage that way.
Now go and tell young Wasim to come and get my luggage from the car.
You cannot carry as a dicky back. Wait, what? Your luggage? How long are you staying?
Come. Because the foreigners are bringing over them scary-ass foreign bugs, man. They coming over here in their luggage and shit.
She's gonna be scanning luggage and taking it from passengers with bad attitude all day long.
Diplomatic line. A very small luggage.
¿Tienes una foto?
Sí. I have one.
Okay. I need you to help me go through the luggage. I need any kind of prescription medications you can find, especially drugs that end in myosin and psyllin.
Memorial? We can't help with the guest luggage neither, and as for waiting at table, we can forget that.
Bonus.
Bonus. Bonus.
Bonus. Bonus.
This. That is a bonus. 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 For all the hard work you've been doing.
Okay, there's no question I'm getting a bonus, right? I've hit all my targets, I've worked 3 Saturdays a month, I even shot golf balls off that helipad for Mansfield, and those balls come in fast, man! It's all good. It's the end of the quarter, Mansfield's about to hand out bonuses.
Mr. Wen, you're getting a bonus? A bonus? A bonus? Congratulations, I hadn't heard. Here's your bonus, son. Please don't open it in here. I have a... Con money.
You said that we could do this.
I'll feel better once I get my bonus.
Nice one! Bonus points for Poe!
I don't know, I said, Dave, do you think 40 grand is a proper bonus?
Plus a double letter score with the X and another 50-point bonus for using all of my letters.
With an added bonus, it can store energy.
Added bonus, you're not naked with needles poking out of your skin.
A rash is just a bonus.
So you're a divining rod for others like you.
What a bonus for Mr. Barrow. A trip to America out of the blue.
A month. A couple days ago, he gets a bonus check. $10,000, right?
They're being turned into flying monkeys?
Yes, he took on simian form with the added bonus of wings.
Respond. Respond.
Respond.
Respond.
Respond.
You're bread and butter. That's exactly the kind of story that you would respond to. Respond to. Respond to.
I'm not even gonna respond to that.
We can't be surprised if she doesn't respond. Doesn't respond. Doesn't respond.
Kate, be careful.
She continued to write, she continued to play shows, and I think, it was encouragement to see the fans respond.
Governor, please, if you want to respond to Senator McCain's comments about health care...
Pivot!
So why don't you stop whinging and cheer the fuck up?
Eric, I really wouldn't respond.
Well, do you know how a Chinese person would respond to that?
No, how?
I had this magical idea that everyone gets their own homing pigeon to respond with.
Since you've shown me your little party piece, I will respond in kind with a little diversion of my own.
You don't have to respond, just listen. Witnesses saw you with Annabelle at the opening night party. It sounds like she didn't respond too well to your advances.
Why would she?
All units, 1078 at 2nd and Fletcher. Please respond.
Last patrol, Delta Charlie 52, 1060. Officer responding, over.
Keep talking to him. He seems to respond to you.
Why is Eiling bad?
You run into any trouble, I'll be in your ear talking you through it.
And what if he doesn't respond well?
Rating.
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 Knock him out. Who, along with his outstanding crew and ship, had the highest overall rating last year.
Feminism. Did you get the numbers?
The what?
My approval rating in Alaska.
And there's a lot more that the base will love. She has an 80% approval rating in Alaska, the highest of any governor in the country.
80%?
Things. None of it's good. Can you at least do a poll to check my approval rating there?
You know, under this property, how hard would it be for them to fly that chopper out of here?
Anybody with a helicopter rating could take it up. R-44 is easy.
You said he was the best? Maybe your rating is not so objective.
427 kPAs. Her trial rating is around 45. That's the same as any plastique. Plastique?
We're talking about an elected official with a spotless record and a 72% approval rating.
Shrimp cook-off that was started by one of the food blogs. We win that, our Yelp rating will explode.
Well, that's great.
Peter, I'd do it, but we have a meeting with Greenpeace in 20 minutes. I gotta get their rating on the bill.
Might as well let him burn. They're getting their marshmallows ready.
I mean, look at Underwood's approval rating. It's worse than Walker's before he resigned.
Valid.
Valid. Valid. Valid. Valid.
A no-fly list and your passport's no longer valid. No longer valid. No longer valid.
Relax. We're all on the same team here. That's a valid question. Valid question. Valid question, Paul.
Okay, well, the details matter.
You're a hot doctor, but you're alone because you're always making excuses instead of taking a risk.
This is a pretty valid fucking excuse. Pretty valid fucking excuse. Pretty valid fucking excuse.
Do you have a reservation?
I do. Its last name is Brewster.
Brewster. Okay. Oh, there it is. I just need a valid license and credit card.
Great. No problem.
I don't mind having this discussion with you. I actually enjoy thoughtful exchange about this. And you do bring up a valid point, you know what I'm saying?
Like, that's a valid excuse. Man, excuse me one second. Whose side is he really on?
It's a valid question. He favors easing restrictions.
So do I.
Giant pool of algae?
It's a valid sexual orientation, according to this article at least.
Why is your vendetta more valid than mine? We're the same, you and I.
You know, I said I would never, ever bring you coffee again, but the city facing a bioweapon attack seemed like a valid exception.
We just need to get her into a dark space. How do we do that?
It's a valid question.
Hello? Our only mandate is to send universities valid scores, and we invalidate the ones that aren't legitimate.
Basis.
Basis.
Basis. Basis.
Basis.
And if we made a list of books or works of art which we both know, it would form the ideal basis of a discussion. Basis of a discussion. Basis of a discussion.
What's going on here?
Come on, not only do I get it, I'm getting the better of it. I am beating a game that kicks my ass on a regular basis. Basis.
Guess what? 3Pete and I projected the Wallace-Cooper Fund would beat the S&P by 325 basis points, and it did exactly.
I dare say, you earned your rank on the basis of achievement, Dragonetti.
I did. Pressure. I'm sorry, man. There's no legal basis for us to remove your husband from the house. They'll fight you, right?
Do you really want to risk that case law will be established on the basis of these extraordinary circumstances?
I thought Rick was the only writer on your team.
Rick? You guys on a first-name basis now?
Well,
that you saw attack Eva.
And here's another fun fact. Cole visited that house on a regular basis between 6 and 8 p.m.
you know, it's one of the downsides of being demoted. I don't get to witness his sunny disposition on a daily basis.
It's Rosalind.
First name basis, huh?
I'll leave you to it.
And been rejected.
On what basis would they reject him?
You and you are the newest members of it?
You've been selected for it on the basis of intelligence and aptitude.
Calculation.
Calculation. Calculation. Calculation. Calculation.
Shimmering plates of reflected moonlight. Those are brass panels, positioned according to my calculations.
Each held at precise angles by Verrocchio and his assistants.
We need to take a look at your notebook. These are interesting calculations. They appear to track the trajectory of a falling air conditioning unit.
Not anything. Now, he wound up a footnote in history. According to our calculations, the big event, whatever it is, it hasn't happened yet.
Well, I've made something of a miscalculation. The economics, Formula One, realities thereof.
Going to Budge's place of business was a miscalculation.
It was a mistake.
Your instruction?
Yes, I did some rough calculations to figure the amount you've been skimming from the take since we first began this arrangement.
Conscience leads her right to the police.
Oh, she won't say anything. I know. I had to make the same calculation when you found out about me.
Mm-hmm. And what would you have done if you were wrong? And I decided to make a call to Detective Lance.
Maybe this could be Lee and you.
No, I mean the calculations. I've seen those before.
I saw it with my own eyes.
How fast is it moving?
I'm still doing the calculations, Jim, so just do what you do best. Keep people calm.
According to Wells' calculations, Barry superspeeds inside the accelerator ring.
Wave height, water pressure, barometric shift, they all affect the calculations as to the size and magnitude of the wave, and they're all over the map.
The keys have significantly less buildup. My calculations put them under the water the same amount of time, about 6 weeks.
I don't see friendship. I see calculation.